Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and we're working on the bushings, and I think they've got two different types on it. This one here is bigger than the ones that I cleaned up that was laying on the floor that I got off of that other truck. Apparently these mounts are different, but not so different that I can't use what I need to use. But I mean, they're close. This one's bigger. It will only fit that side over there. It won't fit this side at all. So I got to make sure that the little one is the same height, which I think it is. I may have to cut it down some. I don't know yet. I think what I'm going to do is add a ring. So if I add a ring, then I'll make it the right size for both sides. Now I'll explain to you why that's an issue. Somewhere along the line, let me put you guys down here so you can see. Somewhere along the line, somebody did some changing. I would venture to say that this is the side they did some changing on it. But I got all of these cleaned up. Those are a little rough inside. I'm going to look and see if the original ones I took off of this are in better shape. If they are, I'll use those. But for now, those are painted and ready to go if I need to use them. Alright, so what they've done here is put this in there. But it actually looks factory. So I don't know. This small one fits it, but the big one does not. So those are two different size bottoms here. So what I'm going to have to do is make a ring out of a piece of steel plate and put over on that side that is as thick as this is. It has to be as thick as this. So basically what really needs to happen is me just grind this clear down, because I believe that thing's welded in there or something. But I could just take this completely out or grind it clear down flat, because this side over here is that way. This one looks factory. This one, however, is not. So if I was to put this bushing right there that fits it on there, it's going to be that much higher than the other side, so the front of my truck is not going to be square to the ground. The body mount will be always off, and I don't want that to be off. Yes, it's not going to be as much as you think. You probably wouldn't even notice it, but I would, because I know it's there. So I'm just going to grind that right off of the top of there and eliminate that thing completely. And I mean, in all reality, look here, guys. We got this big bushing right there that fits the hole pretty nice, all right? But if I was to use one of the smaller ones, it'll turn and it's got some wobble. It would still work. You would just have to make sure you lined it up with the bolts, and that's all you need to do. So either one of them would work. But the distance between here and here, or here and here, are the same. So you can tell right there, just like that. They're both the same, but one's smaller and one's bigger. So, but somebody raised that one over there, so it needs to be lowered by about 1/4 inch. Maybe less. It looks like it might be 1/4 inch. So, I'm gonna grind that off, and that's gonna be a big job. I'm gonna have to start off with a real new disc, so let's get to it. I just gotta make sure I don't catch that on fire. So what I'll do is take one of my panels here and put right there so that the sparks, I'll just make sure the sparks aim for that. So let's see how well this works. I want to grind that up in there too, but I can't get my grinder up in there. Might have to use a file and file that down, but it's in pretty rough shape. I guess it wouldn't hurt anything because this here will go over top of it, so it doesn't matter. It's probably not even going to touch it. There's a little shelf around that thing, probably about that deep. So now, when we go put this on there, it'll be at the right height. Don't want to leave it on there too long, it's hot. So this is the same height as the other one. So that's how I fixed that problem. So now, as you can see, it's cleaning up pretty nice. This will take a nice coat of paint and it'll look pretty. Now, let's talk about paint. I'll show you the radiator support. I got it cleaned up, took everything off of it, all the clips, all the rubber, everything, unbolted everything. I couldn't take the airbag sensors off. They're riveted on. So, I don't want to cut out my options. Of course, if I cut them rivets off of there, I can put them back on with bolts. That ain't no big deal. Except it's inside the frame, so no, you wouldn't either. You'd have to put nutserts in it. But anyway, that's what she looks like. She's got a bad spot right there that I may just turn that into an access hole. I don't know. I might plate it yet. I think that was the only place that was bad, or that had a hole in it. So yeah, see right here, it's got this all messed up right here and right here, and then that right there. So that's not a big deal. So I have stopped the rust. So I put 2 coats on this thing, and they were pretty thick because my spray can wasn't working right. So now the radiator support is done. We still got the original. I'm going to use these. Well, damn it. I guess you would call that a hat. But I'm going to use these because I like them better. These over here. Where's it at? Where's that big one? So the way this one works is it has that sleeve where this part here slides down on there like that inside of it. And then this goes on like that. And then your washer. So then your washer goes on it. And the way I'm cleaning them up is on the wire wheel. See how bad that thing looks? Let's wire wheel that a little bit. Now when you do this, when you do rubber, you better know damn what angles to put this in, or it will pull it out of your hands. You don't put very much pressure at all. I mean, just lightly. I'll show you how this works. Can't get all of it, but you can get the biggest part of it. Now, because this thing's kind of slanted this way, when you hit that with the brush across it, it's going to rip that and try to rip it out of your hand. So what you want to do, you want to stay on the side, like so. See there? Just like that. See? All the way around. All right. Now all I gotta do is slap some paint on it, and they're done. Yeah, they're not the best looking. They could be a little better, but they'll be fine. I'll put some WD-40 on those and clean them up nice, and before I install them. Let's stop that airplane. Can you tell I don't have a brake on it? So we got that accomplished, and what we're also planning on doing is taking the motor out. I don't feel good about putting a new timing chain on it and not put, or at least checking the bearings. If I pull one cap off, every other one, and they're okay, I'll just retorque them and be done with it. But if they've got any wear at all in them, I want to replace them. So now I'm in the search for a cherry picker and an engine stand, and I have no clue where the hell I'm going to put this engine stand or the cherry picker. So what I'm thinking is, if I get an engine stand, hopefully it's higher than this. I'll have to take this bar off, but when the motor's out, I'll have all that room to slide my engine stand underneath the truck. If it will clear this part right here, then the engine will be setting up a little bit higher and in out of the way, flat up against the truck. That's the only way I'm going to be able to store it while I work on it, because I don't have no room back there. I need to get rid of a bench. It's really been a pain in my ass since day one, but I really don't have no place to put it. I need a bigger shop, guys. I need this shop. Ain't that nice? So now we've got that leveled down flat. It's down as flat as the other side. So now when I put the bushing on it, it sets down there at the same exact height. So unless they got these off, which I don't see they did, That actually looks factory there, but I think somebody had added that because it looks like it's a ring right there. So basically it's just an alignment ring. That's what it's looking like to me, but I gotta do some filing to it. So let's get our file here. And let's set you guys up so we can look at it a little better instead of you guys being dizzy from me moving around so much. So I was just take the file and just kind of alright. There's some sharp edges there on the bottom. I really would like to file all that out of there, but I can't tell what's there. It's not making no sense to me unless I'm just not seeing it. Looks like it's a pressed in sleeve because I don't feel any welds underneath that. I feel rubber. I think that's put in with rubber. I bet I can get that out of there. I think I'm going to take that out of there. Yeah, we're going to knock it. I think that's a shim, and I don't want it in there. The other side don't have it. This one ain't going to either. I knew it. I knew that's what it was. Because it had that rubber in it. I kept trying to dig out, and I said, what the hell is that thing pressed in with rubber? And it was. So now it's just like the other side. And that's fine with me. Look at this little sandpaper there. Just to soften the edges so it ain't so sharp. Alright. And that'll work just fine. So now we've got these done, we can put them in there and hold them there for a while. Take our washer. Where's our nut? Take our washer, put it up on there. And we've got our set of our mounts. So now, because I have them matching, we're going to use the original ones that I cleaned up. So we'll go to the other side and put that one on. Well guys, I lost one of my nuts like that. I lost my nut, guys. So I had to go get one of the original ones that came out of the other truck that I robbed the parts out of. So there's one motor mount, or mount. Then I've got an extra one here. So now I gotta clean that one up and get it ready for spares. They'll be put in a box somewhere because I've got everything I need right here. So I've got 2 more in the back of the truck, and I got these. So I just need some bolts. And I do have the bolts for these. So That is the motor, the radiator support mounts. Done and looking good. Now once I get the frame looking that good, because that's what the frame's going to look like, it's going to look just like that. But I'm running low on paint, guys. I just realized today I've got, I think, one more can. Let me look and see. No, all I got is gloss. I'm not painting no frame gloss. Right there it's flat. And I'm just using old Rust-Oleum. Of course, I have a can in there that doesn't work. I wonder if it works now. It sprayed about 2 seconds and then stopped. I switched the tip, and it's a full can too, man. I hate a full can, and I only have that problem with Rust-Oleum. I never have that problem with nobody else. And I know this is a good one because if I stick it on this can over here, it'll work just fine. See, that one's working. All right. See, it's working just fine. Both of them. So I could have just left that on there. All right. But this one here, it's locked up down in there, not up here. Yeah, it's even hard to push. And I don't know how to fix that. Better quit messing with it, blow up my face, won't it? So there's a can wasted. I'm going to take that back to the dollar store and get my money back. Because it don't work. Or get another can. But that's what I'm using. I just go to the dollar store, and it ain't cheap at the dollar store. And I usually buy them by the case when I get a big job like this. So I'm probably going to buy a case. About 12 probably. But I got a lot of work to do. I'm going to take the bed off of it, and that's not going to happen until I've got this thing running and I can move it around. That way somebody can just raise the bed, or I can block the bed up and drive out from under it. You know, make it easier for one person to do it. So we still got a long way to go. It's going to take me probably a couple weeks to even find an engine lift, cherry picker, or a engine stand. I used to have all that stuff, and I didn't think I was ever going to be doing no more motors. I just don't feel like it anymore. So, much to my surprise, bam! Every single vehicle I have ever owned, the first thing that happened when I got it was the motor was rebuilt. And this one I thought was going to prove me wrong, but it ain't. So we're going to pull that motor, and it's going to take that much longer now. I'm still pissed off because I couldn't get the damn manifolds off, so I'm still debating on that one. I'm still kicking that in my head. Hopefully I'm mad enough by the time I get back on it, they'll have no choice but to let go and let me have the bolt. Because I'm getting there. Anyway, hope you guys got something out of that. Take old bushings, you know, as long as they're not ripped or broke or anything, you can clean them up. They'll work just fine, just the way they are. They got pockets that it goes into. Well, You get the picture. Missing the washers. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys have a good one. Later.